on top of the world, about to jump above it. Take it straight to the moon, 'cause we know how to rock it. Ain't no thing you can do, ain't no way to stop it. Now you're feeling it too, let's get it started. Throw your hands in the air while the beat is dropping. Acting like you don't care when everybody's watching. Just keep whipping your hair like that, you got it. Yeah, you're feeling it too, let's get it started. I'm ready, ready. Let's get it, get it. I'm ready, ready. Are you ready, ready? Let's get it started. Charts off the meter, turn it up, blow the speakers, make them more to believers. Break through the surface, tell them open the curtains, give them all what they wanted, yeah. Now let's get it started. Let's get it, get it. Yeah, I'm ready, ready. I'm ready. Are you ready, ready? I'm ready. Let's get it started. Yeah, yeah, I'm ready, ready. Let's get it, get it. I'm ready, ready. Let's go. Are you ready, ready? Let's get it started. Let's get it started. Let's get it, get it. Let's get it started. Let's get it started. Let's get it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Give me something new. Time to break loose. Take it to another level. Now we on the move. Shout if you coming with me. Going over the limit. On your mark, keep it steady. So tell me, are you ready? I'm ready, ready. Let's get it, get it. I'm ready, ready. Are you ready, ready? Let's get it started.
My neck of the woods, Southern National Motorsports Park, just about maybe 18 miles from my front door. Was there a couple of weeks ago doing the 20th annual Thanksgiving Classic, and this is home. And tonight it is round number 3 of the Northwest Pro Late Model Series. Southern National Motorsports Park, nestled off of I-95 in Kinley, North Carolina, just one of the historic short tracks that were a part of the iRacing venue when it was made on simulation. We welcome you to coverage again on LSRTV. I'm Wesley Outland, joined alongside tonight, Greg Rentz. No. Okay, we got to give the guy his credit. Put his name in there, Mr. Producer, okay? Brockton Packard is joining us. Okay, any moment now, he'll type his name in there. Oh, never mind. It's Brockton Packard. Greg Rentz, just kidding, is actually Brockton Packard. And it's good to have Brockton back with us again. We're at Southern National. This is home. You're from the Carolinas, Brockton. I know you know about Kinley as well, Southern National Motorsports Park. We're going to have a fun race here tonight. High banks for the Northwest Pro Late Model Series.
Yeah, high banks, high speed, and a whole lot of fun. Moved down from Texas to North Carolina for some schooling, and man, this is going to be a fun night. We've got a lot of cars trying to get into that main and then that feature, and it's going to be exciting for sure.
Yeah, it certainly is. We're going to take a look real quickly at the LSRTV race information. The 411 bottom left, there you go. Green for the box heat races. There'll be heat races at the lineups. Those heat races will be 8 laps each. Then we will go into one 25-lap B main. One 25-lap B main, 24 cars for 125 laps around the Southern National Motorsports Park. To the bottom right of the monitor, LSRTV weather conditions. And again, 82 degrees track temp is 85, 3 degrees difference from the ambient temp. It is clear. Going to be a fun night of racing. Little wind speed at 5 miles per hour. That's going to make it some interesting on the downforce of the cars, Brockton.
Oh, for sure. These late models, they love slipping and sliding. They got the skinny little wheels, and anything with these things can change them. The wind speed, the temperature, cars around you. Short track racing, These guys are going to be jacking each other up, especially in these 8-lap heats. Get to the front. Doesn't matter how you get there.
This is our second broadcast of our doubleheader coverage here tonight on this Tuesday evening on LSRTV. We had coverage of Nazareth with the Cup cars. What a fun race that was. And, of course, thanks again to Nolan Rimple and John Mustian Jr. on the call for that one. And now, of course, Brockton Packer joining us here in the booth. Greg Rance, unfortunately, I believe he had some work obligations, and he is not able to join us. Hey, but we've got the drivers meeting going on. In a few moments, we're going to be qualifying. You know what's so cool? As here they come on the racetrack. It's qualifying time. Let's get it started with the first winner of the season at Langley, the defending champion of the Northwest iRacing Tour, Chris Carroll, in car number 97. And we'll see where he goes in qualifying. This is a track is just shy of half a mile, Brockton, 0.4 of a mile. The banking is really banked on the corners, like it's banked. If we could ever get on the gyro cam, you can see how banked it is up in the corners, and then it flattens out on the straightaways. But even the straightaways themselves have banking as we watch qualifying go on. Here comes Will Duvall from Morgantown, West Virginia.
Yeah, here's this amazing shot from the gyro cam. This is a
Yep,
driver's track. You're always sideways, always on the throttle, just working the wheel as Will coming in to the corner here, trying to get all the way down, almost touching the apron. He's got to extend it all the way to the wall, come back down, get to that apex, through 3 and 4, power down, try to get all the power down. That's a pretty good lap, 15-1.
And you see, Brockton, how banked that is, and you also see how fast you're getting around the racetrack. Now, if you're in a super late model car, obviously, or a late model stock, you're going to go faster. These are pro late models because they're confined to crate engines. But, you know, basically a spec engine, if you will. The crate engines only put out so much horsepower. I would say probably these crate cars are putting out about 300 horsepower, maybe 400 horsepower. So it's really a big difference from a super late model to a late model stock engine. But with that being said, you can still ride on boards with Will Duvall a moment ago, and you can see that they're still getting around here really good.
Absolutely, as we see Ryan Bloom here in the 25 HendrickCars.com machine, running that high line. Something that we didn't see Will do is run that high line the first lap, try and get as much speed down the front stretch as he comes through 3 and 4.
He's got that throwback to Kyle Larson when he first got sponsored by HendrickCars.com earlier in the season. And in addition to that, he's the 2021 ARCA, the Northwest Racing Series ARCA champion here in the 25. So there you see him working his way off turn 4, across the line. Quicker on lap number 2, 15.134. 15.117 so far is his fastest lap as he works his way around the racetrack. Here comes Kyle Matthews in the number 29. And he's also kind of going high, going low, going high, going low. A different type of strategy in qualifying, Brockton.
Yeah, I think there's going to be a couple different strategies how to get around this track. We went a little too hard into that corner, washed up in the middle. I think one possible outcome to this, he should probably try to diamond the corner a little bit, which is dive it in deep entry as he decides that's enough for his run. He's gonna have to dive it in, kind of let it wash up in the center, get it woed up, and then dive it back out. That's how I normally run a short track with high banks like this, because you can use that banking as kind of a ramp, a downhill ramp to get that speed on the straightaways.
That's right. Southern National Motorsports Park. Quick break. We'll come back with more in a moment.
An automobile purchase shouldn't be hard. The hardest part for the consumer in the whole process should be selecting the vehicle. We have the online credit application. We can bring the car to you to see it, to test drive it, to deliver it. We have all the tools in place, and we've had them in place for a long time. I just think now we've perfected it. It's become part of our culture. We've, kind of taken it to the next level. It is easy, and it should be easy, and it should be fun, and it shouldn't take a whole lot of time.
Hey, it's Wesley Outland on the set of the Bull Ring on Speed 51 TV, but I also want to remind everybody that you can keep up with coverage of esports with the Northwest Cup and Truck Series, the American iRacing League, S&B Cup Series, and so much more on your home for sim racing, LSRTV. Of course, remember, you can watch it, and then you can listen to it on CRN, the community radio network at wearecrn.com. Check us out when you can.
Welcome back, Southern National Motorsports Park, in coverage of round number 3 of the Northwest Pro Late Model Series. Brockton Packard. I'm Wesley Outland here in the broadcast booth. By the way, we want to send a shout out to Ace Mobile Mechanic and Green Pro Spray and Lawn Maintenance for helping to also make this race possible. Qualifying continues. Team PFC Brake Chevrolet. Dylan Huffines, we'll see what he can do in the number 7 Brockton as he is in turn 1.
Yeah, Dylan's going to have to turn a pretty good lap. He's going to have to beat the 97 of Chris Carroll, who set a 14.5 as Dylan comes off, just a couple tenths, and he's going to call it a quits on that lap, it looks like.
Here comes Dan Lowther in his green, orange, white machine. Dan Lowther, look at him up on the high banks, and he's got a problem. He's going to put it in behind the wall. He's not happy with his qualifying time for Lowther. So, yeah, right now, actually, we've just missed his best lap. He actually turned the third best lap. He went ahead and shut it down quickly. So, and you'll see that sometimes, Brockton, we'll see these guys turn really quick laps. And here's the thing. There could be multiple cars on the racetrack at the same time, and we can just show you that one car that we're showing on the monitor, and we might try to pick up another one, and that's what happened. We showed you Huffine's car, then we quickly went back to Lowther, and then Lowther, was already finished with his qualifying lap. And looks like he's coming back out on the racetrack, though, and I think this is just some practice laps, though, since there's about 4.5 minutes remaining. You're allowed, if you choose, to come back on the racetrack and just shake your car down. And I believe that's exactly what Brockton Dan Lowther's doing after having a couple of adjustments being made on this car.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure if this is a fixed setup race or an open setup, but if it's a fixed setup, maybe he's putting a little more rear brake into it. It's an open setup, so there's a lot of things he could be messing with, maybe trying to get that right front a little higher in the air, just get that car to turn a little more as he pulls it in for the pits at probably the final time. But, I think this is going to be a pretty fun race to watch, or fun races to watch, I should say. We got lots of heats, lots of racing tonight, huh, Wesley?
We certainly do, buddy. I'll tell you what, it's going to be an exciting evening of racing here. We're glad you're here at Southern National Motorsports Park. Of course, this race just had the big Thanksgiving Classic after a one-year absence because of COVID last year. They brought it back, and what a great show it was. Josh Berry, you saw the throwback colors to the 63 of Dan Lowther. It looks a lot like Josh Berry's colors. And Josh Berry, the All Things Automotive iRacing Junior Motorsports entry out of Hendersonville, Tennessee, moving full-time out of the NASCAR Xfinity Series in 2022, finally tamed this beast that is the Southern National Motorsports Park in Kenly to win the Thanksgiving Classic. And of course, this track, even though you don't have all the haulers and all of everything that you're used to seeing, this is what Southern National looks like. The grandstanding, the suites, the way it is, the lighting, the light poles kind of mimic each other from back in the day. Now they have recently put in new lights that are LED lights, which make the track so much more brighter. But back in the day, Brockton, you see some of the day, the lights to the darkness. Honestly, that is what it looked like trying to get around this racetrack. Yeah.
Yeah, I believe it. I've run Southern National a couple times in a couple smaller leagues. This track is such a blast to run. There's just no room for error. It really separates the great drivers from sometimes the not so great drivers. But I mean, just for coming out, these drivers are like automatically way better in my book than if we were racing at Talladega or Daytona, because this track is just so difficult to get right and to get consistent. And I feel like that the driver who wins this race is going to be the one that can be consistent and quick at the same time.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun time for sure. As again, we are going through the final pressures of getting everybody in place. Looks like we got quite a field of cars, man. It looks like there is close to 30 entries for 24 spots, battling it out here tonight for round number 3. And by the way, if you're looking to get into producing or announcing, message us at your home for sim racing, livesimracing.com, or of course on Facebook at LSRTV. We'll love to talk with you, get you hooked up, and get you set up. And hey, by the way, don't forget, coming up tomorrow is Finish Line. And we've got a great show for you beginning with the LSRTV Productions back. Charles is not sick. He's feeling better. And, boy, we got a great show for you as it's the penultimate show of the 2021 season, as our finale is next week. But listen to this guest lineup, Brockton. Guests include every winner of Saturday's Gateway Dirt Nationals at the Dome, including the Kryptonite Kid, Tyler Carpenter, who also has landed a NASCAR truck ride with Nice Motorsports at Knoxville in 2022 in the Truck Series race. Jonathan Beeson, one of the greats of midget racing, from the Chili Bowl to USAC and Power I, is joining us. He won the big race. He swept the midgets at the Dome. Tyler Peterson, the modified winner from Oklahoma, is going to be joining us on the program. Rusty Daniels, late model winner at Goodyear All-American, is on. And then hour number 2 includes the Snowball Derby. What a big show that was, including two-time defending Snowflake 100 winner Derek Thorne, runner-up as well. The crew chief for Donnie Wilson Motorsports, our car owner Donnie Wilson, and Chandler Smith in the Toyota Racing Development entry and winner of the Snowball Derby. That is coming up tomorrow morning, 11 a.m. Eastern, 10 Central, Finish Line. What do you think of that? What a guest lineup, Brockton.
Yeah, that is a heck of a guest lineup. That's going to be such a fun thing to watch. And as we got cars gridding up, we're going to have a race to watch.
I keep telling Charles we keep outdoing ourselves week in, week out, I swear. And we are going to enjoy a nice little couple of weeks off for the New Year's break. We're ready to go for heat race number 1. Let's give you your starting lineup. Look at Big Bird, Eric Chaney. He's the man on the pole. In the 76 machine to the outside, Colton Garber in car number 59. Row number 2, we'll find Troy Dagan in the number 9. Robert Gamble in car number 54. Row number 3 on the grid, Kyle Matthews in the 29, Terry Ackerman in the number 22. And is the lineup. Brian McLeod is actually in the back, but I don't see his car. So 7 cars, or actually 6 on the racetrack. So it looks like we're going to set ourselves up for 4 heat races. And the field. And McLeod is unable to make the call, is what I'm being told. All right, so McLeod is a scratch. 6 cars will battle it out here. Ford iRacing pace car dropping onto the pit lane here on the high banks at Southern National. There's that restart zone. The double white lines on the pavement, green in the air. We're underway. Heat number 1. And Chaney gets a good jump on the pack here off of 2. Oh, we got one bouncing off the wall there, Garber. Wow, hold on there, buddy.
It's that high line hustle. He's trying to get it to work. It's just not turning the way he wants. Looks like he pushed a little bit wider. Oh, we got a car around in the back.
Ackerman's car goes around the 22 machine, Chevrolet, Ackerman's car. Remember, there's no caution flags in heat races, Brockton, so the race goes on, but Ackerman lost the rest of the pack pretty significant.
Yeah, he's going to have to hope for a miracle here. Maybe a couple guys will get tangled up and he'll be able to get back in there. But he's still got that last chance, that B main. So but we're still watching this in a battle for third here between Matthews and Garber.
That's right. We'll watch Garber. Garber bounced off the wall at the start of the race in the back straightaway. And that Team PFC breaks entry down to the inside. Chevrolet and Chevrolet battle. Matthews up on the outside lane. We're halfway home. 4 down, 4 to go. And Eric Cheney is still the leader. Daggett second. Now Matthews and Garber battle side by side for third.
Yeah, this 29 and 59 battle was heating up pretty good. Not sure what happened to the 59 there through 3 and 4. Or excuse me, 1 and 2. All the way back down to 5th now. He's really going to have to get going as we're looking at the lap traffic. Ackerman right in front of the leader of Chanley.
Laps winding down as Cheney is leading up on the outside. Lap car Ackerman that spun on the back straightaway now goes the lap down as the leaders pass him. Cheney off of turn number 4 comes to the flag. He will win heat race number 1 at Southern National. Daggett will finish in the number 2 spot. Everyone else across the line to go to third, and that will wrap up heat race number 1. Look at the results real quickly. Eric Cheney getting it done over Troy Daggett. Kyle Matthews third, Robert Gamble fourth. Those top 4 will transfer. Garber, Ackerman, and McLeod unable to start. They'll go to the back of a B main this evening later on. Heat race number 2 beginning to grid. Another 8 laps the distance. As we'll give you the starting lineup real quickly on the pole. Cameron Iverson in the number 87 machine. Brock Denny in car number 64. They make up row number 1. Row 2, David J. Cannon in the 19. Joshua Bill in car number 2. Row number 3, we'll find Ryan Bloom, the 2021 Northwest ARCA Series champion, and Hayden Plybon in the number 55, and make in the back of the pack. And that is your lineup for row number 3. 6 cars, 3 rows. We await the start. 1 to go this time by Brockton for heat number 2. Green next time by.
Yeah, it looks like we're going to be having a good race
2 of
here.
4 heat races.
Man, we're having fun. Time's flying. We're almost halfway done. This is going to be a fun race here. I think these guys are going to be a little closer than the last heat as we're coming into 3 and 4. Pace car is going to be pulling off, Wesley. Take him to the green.
I'm digging the Wendy's and the Piggly Wiggly car. Green flag in the air. We're underway in heat race number 2. And just like that, the Wendy's machine lane and powering back is going to be that 87 machine, Cameron Iverson. And up on the outside, Brock Denny. But going right there, across the line, we're 1 lap in. And side by side for the lead with Iverson coming after Denny on the back straightaway. And Bill's closing in as they go to 3.
Yeah, Denny had a good run on the high side, just couldn't stay to the outside of Iverson. He's going to slide back in between Denny and the number 2 car, getting a little loose off 2. Great camera shot by our producer. Oh, loose, the 64 of Denny getting real loose.
Oh, no. Yes, sir. We'll watch it. Man, that was close. And all the while, they still stay going. No caution. Back to turn 4. Across the line. We're halfway home. 4 to go. Iverson, Denny, Bill. Much cleaner race. We had some calamity in the start of heat number 2. For this one, pretty comfortable. As Bill trying to look all up under the back door of Denny. And Bloom doing the same as they go to turn 1.
Yeah, it's the price you have to pay for short track racing. You look at a move and somebody else is going to take you when you can't quite get the move done. Now, Bill under fire from Bloom. I think these guys are just going to ride it out. They know they can transfer if nothing happens. They're a couple seconds in front of Camden, so I think just riding it out, feel your car out, feel what it's going to do as we come to the white flag here. 1 to go.
White flag in the air. One more time around for Iverson. No, it's not Allen Iverson from basketball. It's Cameron Iverson for iRacing in the Northwest Pro Late Models. He will take heat race number 2. Second spot will go to Brock Denny in the Wendy's colors. Of course, Ryan Bloom comfortable for 3rd. There's a look at the quick results. presented by LiveSimRacing.com. We mentioned the top 3. David Cannon 4th. Joshua Beal, Hayden Plybon. They will have to go to the back of a B main here later on tonight. We're halfway in our heat races. We now get ready for heat race number 3 here in just a couple of moments as those drivers get settled in. And Brockton, I'll let you give the starting lineup, buddy.
All right. On pole, we got Angel Ortega in the number 10 car, followed by Andrew Limke, thank you, Charles, in the number 5. In row 2, we got the 30 car of Ron Hunter and the 49 of Troy Olson. In row 3, we've got Alex Duda in the 26 and Austin Ackerman in the 05. And that's going to wrap it up for the grid.
All right, so thanks, buddy. Your lineup, another heat race number 3. Another 8 laps, top 3 will transfer. Everyone else will go to the back of a B main for the 25-lap B main that will forthcome after these last couple of heat races. Round number 3 tonight. Greg Rentz just walked through the front door, unable to join us because of work obligations. I know about that. That's why I wasn't able to join you for the Trans Service Sim 500 League Cup Series last night. I believe they moved it from Phoenix to Homestead, and I'm sure it did not disappoint. Oh, never mind. Hashtag fake news. It ended up being Dover. Anyhow, green flag. We're underway in Heat 3. I like this car, though. Sharp-looking car for Angel Ortega, and the iRacing Nickelodeon Slimer colors, if you will, jumps out in front in the number 10 to P1.
Yeah, and Ortega got a great jump on the restart. Caught everybody sleeping. He's already out to half a second of a lead. He's just got to keep everything clean. Number 5 coming at him, trying to get that time that he lost back. He's got to watch out behind him as Hunter in the 30 car. He's not too far behind either.
Ortega leading the way. Andrew Limke, the number 2 spot. There he is in the 5. Solid black and blue colors. Works his way. Hunter behind him in the 30 machine. We are 5 laps to go. 3 laps in here in heat number 3. Ortega getting ready to bring the field down to the line this time by. And the cross flags in the air. 4 down and 4 to go.
We got a battle for the transfer spot. That 49 car dove it down in 3 and 4, got the job done. Olson taking the transfer spot away from Duda. 26 not done with him, though. Dove it in, not quite going to get it. Going to lose a few tenths of a second that lap.
3 laps to go down the back straightaway. Ortega, Limke, Hunter, and Allison right now the top 4. They come to the stripe. 2 to go, and Ortega in his own world out in front. No one can catch the 10 and 2.
Yeah, the 5 trying to get something from him, though. He's kind of stayed in that 0.3 of a second range, but he might be able to get it done as we come to the white flag.
White flag of the air. 1 more lap to go up the high banks into turn number 2 to the back straightaway here at Southern National. Diving into 3, Ortega. 1 more shot by Limke. Can't get him. He'll stay up under the rear deck lid. Checkered flag, and heat number 3 will go to Angel Ortega in the number 10 Chevrolet. Andrew Limke will have to settle for the 2nd position as the rest of the unofficial results pop up. Troy Allison and Ron Hunter will transfer. Alex Duda and Austin Ackerman is the unofficial results of heat race number 3. 1 more heat race, and Brockton, we'll let you give the starting lineup, buddy, as we get ready for our final heat before the B main that should be exciting to watch next.
Yes, sir. Starting on the pole, the 45 of Daryl Tidrick. 38 starting next to him, Tyler Kim. In row 2, we've got the 44 of Nate Grasky, followed by Chris Camry in the 15. In row 3, the one thumb wonder, Will Duvall, and Dana Rogers in the 13. That's
so
there
was the starting lineup. That's the starting lineup. That's exactly right, as we'll get ready to go. 3
now,
rows,
Wesley,
6 cars. Yeah.
You know who's won every heat race? The car on the pole.
The one that crossed the line
Do you
first?
think the 45's gonna? Do you think the 45's gonna win it on the pole?
You talking about Daryl Tidrick? He's won every heat race this year so far?
Every heat race.
Okay.
Every heat race tonight
yes.
has been yeah.
I don't know. We'll have to
Do you
see,
think-
buddy. It looks like, as you said, every pole guy has won from the pole. That's not going to work. Green flag bunched up the field behind them, and Tidrick will like that as he'll scamper away like a alley rat in a dark place from everyone else. And Tidrick, after some contact on the initial go, pulls away. He's the leader. Might be able to come to fruition. All the heat race winners from the pole. Starting P1, he has pulled away. Nice four-car battle for second as they go to turn 3, Brockton. Look at this. Oh, wow.
Yeah, this is heating up. This is for the transfer spot through second, and nobody's giving an inch. Oh, Will Duvall gets the bumper. Three wide, Wesley, as they come into 4.
3 wide again. Look out, Duvall. He's at the wall. Slams into the outside wall. Concrete out of turn number 4. He's ticked off. He'll come down to the pit lane. Yeah, he's not happy. Okay, buddy, you can't do that. Oh my goodness. What are you doing? 4 to go. We're halfway home.
Oh, only an iRacing, Wesley.
Duvall.
Only an iRacing.
Holy, what is he thinking? I don't get it. I don't. Oh my goodness.
Oh,
3 to
man.
go. Tidrick still leads. What can I say? We got to come back to composure here or there, buddy.
Yeah, Tidrick by about half a mile now. 2.5 seconds. Now 2 seconds in front of the 15. I think he's pretty smooth sailing here. Just nice and smooth coming around to the backstretch into 3 and 4. Coming to the white flag this time, Wesley.
Yeah, but one time around, last lap, I'm still laughing about the Duvall crash as he is the man out in front. And as you said, every man from the pole starting first will in first. Tidrick off of turn number 4, 45 to the line. Checkered flag and Heat 4 winner. Second spot will go to Chris Kamir as that driver goes on. Kamari, I still butcher his name to this day. Kamari, tomatoes. Chris Kamari. He'll finish in second, as well as unofficial results. There you go. Tyler Kim third. Dana Rogers and everyone else will have to go to the back of a B main, especially the one-thumb wonder of Will Duvall. I just don't understand what happened there. That is the end of your heat races. B main is next, but we'll take a quick break and get ready for that B main. Oh, never mind. We don't have time. My apologies. We'll take one after the B main. They're gridding. So let's give you your starting lineup for the B main as they're going to be racking them and stacking them here. Keep an eye on the 85 of Will Duvall. He seems like he's just the guy you got to watch in these races. Colton Garber's on the pole in car number 59. To the outside is Joshua Bill, row number 1. So there you go. PFC Brakes and Piggly Wiggly. Alex Studin, the 26 to the outside. Nathan Garski in car number 44. We move on to row number 3. And Terry Ackerman in the 22. Hayden Plabon in the 55. Row number 4. We'll find Austin Ackerman. And there is Will Duvall, row 4. Row 5 on the grid. We'll find Ryan McLeod, which I believe is a scratch. I don't think he's going to run anything tonight. So there is your 8 cars. Yeah, what Will said, what Charles said. 7 cars out of 9 starters. Do what? Every man dies. There can only be one man. Every man dies, but not every man lives. I've watched Braveheart. Thank you very much. Settled in for the B main. We're taking 4 to the line. Green flag in the air, and we are underway. 25 laps in your B main underway at Southern National, and we got trouble. Somebody went spinning, razzle dazzle, zigging, zagging. What in the world happened to Duda?
No clue.
What day
look
did he
who's
dump?
up
Did
in
he
second.
Duda? What happened to him?
Whoa, watch out!
Oh,
Will Duvall.
that's Garski. And Garski took out a cone.
That was a very eventful 3 laps there, Wesley. We had cars everywhere.
Duda and Garski, I believe it is, are the 2 cars, and they've called caution to them. So, yeah, I'm not sure what happened. I mean, there was literally craziness on the start, like right on the start. So the word is that the Piggly Wiggly car of Joshua Beal is oinking oil all over the speedway. Well, you said it was the Piggly Wiggly car. All right, so we're going to keep an eye on Bill's car. We're understanding he's putting fluid down.
Yeah, Will Duvall actually stopped on the track last pace lap. I think he wants to pull Kyle Larson and just pass
does that.
everybody.
He doesn't. You know, dirt track racers do that. They just stop wherever they want to at the top of the corner. They call that the hot pit. And I think he's got that dirt track mentality. So he just. Why is Will Duvall scared? What is Bill do? He's mimicking the pace car. It's like Ghost 2. What's that? You remember the movie Ghost, Brockton, or was that before your time? Whenever Patrick Swayze went in with the Goldberg's body.
Time.
Well, anyhow, that was an out-of-body experience. So you. All right. Yeah, that is. Yes. Yeah, then he gets inside her. Exactly. We're back underway. Green flag. That made no sense what I just said. Don't even listen to me. Bill is the leader. Farmer and Ackerman. Oh, no. Oh, they're wrecking
Duvall.
the back. No caution, though. No caution. Oh. Wow, man. Now there's a yellow flag. I mean, when you get plowed in by somebody by the name of Plymouth, you got to throw a caution, Garski, okay?
That was the 44, and Duvall got into it coming out of. Oh, there was a little more to that. All right.
Oh my goodness! Oh wow! These guys are just they're sliding away, in the words of Paul Simon. All right, like seriously, look at this, and the Bill is still leading. This is the B main. And normally they don't let caution laps count in the B main, but I guess they really didn't have any other choice. By the way, instant replays are brought to you by Pulse Poppers Fishing Lures. It's not that time of the year in the U.S. to be fishing unless you're, unless it's, oh, my bad. Hashtag fake news. They're handmade fly fishing rods is what they are. I thought they were fishing lures. My apologies. All this time I said Pulse Poppers Fishing Lures. And now they're not. They're for fly fishing. What is fly fishing anyway? Ain't that when you take a string and you throw it in the lake and try to hope you find something? There you go.
Yeah, you got a pole and you kind of whip it around and then you throw it out there.
Yeah, I ain't got time for that nonsense. Here we go with the ghost car again. Joshua Beal. He's trying to. You ever heard of dart fish? That's what he's trying to do. He's trying to do dart fish and mimic where the pace car is going. Caden Anderson.
Just
Wesley's had a little too much. No. Caden, I'm not drinking on the job, I promise you. This is just hilarious. You can't make this stuff up.
It's a pretty good show.
Southern National is not going to disappoint. We're 13 laps to go. We're halfway here in this B main. We got 12 laps remaining. Lights are finally off on the pace car, and it looks like they're also going to go single file. Somebody has messaged me, and Jackie says, did we determine if the big car was leaking oil? We're just going to go with that, Jackie. Thank you for Jackie Legs, the Piggly Wiggly car. Green flag back in the air. Here we go. We're back to it again. So we're going to keep an eye on the Piggly Wiggly car. You know what's so funny? Brockton, there's actually Piggly Wiggly grocery stores all around my neck of the woods. Garber and Ackerman in the wall into turn number 2.
Yeah, as we're talking about Piggly Wigglies, we got a race to watch here as everybody's trying to fight for that transfer spot. Right now, the 05 seems to be safe. Looks like, I'm not going to jinx anything, but if I were to say something, looks like the action has kind of subsided for a few minutes.
Yeah, don't say nothing. Don't. Yeah. There's no cars left. That's the reason why. Here we go with Plybon. To the inside, it comes Garski. They got some history.
Oh,
They put him in the wall.
There he goes.
Oh, Plybon and Garski turned each other. No caution, by the way. We're still green.
Oh my goodness.
Why can't
those
we be
two
friends?
had some beef earlier.
We got 7-6 to go this time by.
Bill still up front by about a second now.
That's right, buddy. 6 laps to go. Bill is pulling away. Aunt Kathy says, is it oil or bacon grease? 5 to go.
I think it's bacon grease, definitely.
Oink, oink. It's bacon! 5 to go. 4 to go this time by. Bill and Garber, Ackerman, top 3 and 4. Duval, I think Duval's in the final transfer spot. He better hold on. 4 laps to go as Joshua Bill in the Piggly Wiggly ride leads them to the back straightaway here at Southern National.
Yeah, Wesley, if the B main was this excited, I can't wait for the main. This will be a great a great show.
Yeah, it's gonna be entertaining for 100 and a quarter. A century grind quarter distance coming up. And if you don't know what a century grind quarter is, it's 125. There you go. You learned something. 3 to go. Joshua Bill is leading. Garber is in second spot. That is Colton Garber and Austin Ackerman right there behind him. They're going to come to the line. Brockton, white flag, buddy. 1 more to go. Take us to the finish.
Yes, sir, Bill coming down in 1 and 2. He's got this thing wrapped up, he thinks. Wrapped up like a nice slab of pork chops. He's coming into 3 and 4. Gonna drive it out of 4 and come to the checkered flag.
Yeah.
Bill takes
he got
the
a little
B main.
slippery there for a minute. He got a little slippery there for a second, but he holds them off here in the B main. And there is your results of the B main, including Joshua Bill, Colton Garber, Austin Ackerman, Hayden Plybon, I believe, getting around Will Duval. Duval might not be in the show. Terry Ackerman, Nate Garski, Alex Duda, whatever happened to him on the start, he never revived from it. And Ryan McLeod unable to start the race. So, yeah, they're very, very fun, eventful B-main. And we've got about 5 minutes until we go 125 laps. That means we'll take a step away. We'll come back with more from Southern National with a Northwest Pro Late Model Series. And by the way, we do want to acknowledge a couple of more times tonight, thanks to Ace Mobile Mechanic and Green Pro Spray and Lawn Maintenance for helping make this event happen this evening from Kenley.
An automobile purchase shouldn't be hard. The hardest part for the consumer in the whole process should be selecting the vehicle. We have the online credit application. We can bring the car to you to see it, to test drive it, to deliver it. We have all the tools in place, and we've had them in place for a long time. I just think now we've perfected it. It's become part of our culture. We've, kind of taken it to the next level. It is easy, and it should be easy, and it should be fun, and it shouldn't take a whole lot of time.
Hey, it's Wesley Outland on the set of the Bull Ring on Speed 51 TV, but I also want to remind everybody that you can keep up with coverage of esports with the Northwest Cup and Truck Series, the American iRacing League, S&B Cup Series, and so much more on your home for sim racing, LSRTV. Of course, remember, you can watch it, and then you can listen to it on CRN, the Community Radio Network, at wearecrn.com. Check us out when you can.
An automobile purchase shouldn't be hard. The hardest part for the consumer in the whole process should be selecting the vehicle. We have the online credit application. We can bring the car to you to see it, to test drive it, to deliver it. We have all the tools in place, and we've had them in place for a long time. I just think now we've perfected it. It's become part of our culture. We've, kind of taken it to the next level. It is easy, and it should be easy, and it should be fun, and it shouldn't take a whole lot of time.
Welcome back. Hey, buddy, you're going the wrong way. Coverage from Southern National. And it is the Northwest Pro Late Model Series, round number 3. Greg Rent's not able to be with you tonight. I'm Wesley Outland. We've got Brockton Packard along for the ride. In the production truck, Rocket Media, LSRTV, Charles Wooten, Jeff Stabnow. And thanks again to Eric Cheney, Dan Lowther, everybody for making this event happen here. All right. We saw some pretty wild B-mains. We saw some interesting heat races. What do you think we're going to see for 125 laps coming up next? I like this camera angle. Oh, except for that guy. He's in the wall. Yeah, you're in the wall, buddy.
Yeah, I am hoping that these guys kind of calm down a little bit. They got 125 to do whatever they need to do. It's going to be a long race. They're probably going to have to get some tires, fuel. There's going to be strategy involved. It's not going to be tires to the wall and never lift racing. They're going to have to really attack the track as it comes to them.
Well, these drivers are getting right now a quick practice session. It is about to expire as we got Calamity on the front straightaway. Oh, yeah, you're zigging and zagging, people. Come on, what are you doing? Oh, my goodness, people, come on. This is practice. Oh. Well, this might be a possibility, Brockton, my boy, of what we're going to see in the feature tonight.
Yeah, this could be a long night, but I'm expecting to see some of these faster guys, as we know the top 12 are going to be inverted.
The 12.
So that's going to
Yep.
Top 12 going to be inverted. So our pole sitter going to be mid-pack. Going to be interesting to see if he can make his way up to the front. We've seen dominance on the low side, not so much on the high side, so maybe he'll be able to get that to work as, oh, big wreck into 4 there.
Yeah, the flagman says, I've had enough of this Calamity. Practice and destroying stuff. I don't like it. So that is going to end practice here, and the field will get gridded. Yes, there you see him on the upper right. You ready to go? Milton Barney Fife Jr. Barney the iRacing flagman on the Chuck Finkla State Farm flag stand. By the way, that for the longest time was actually really true. It's now the Leith motor cars or whatever it is, Leith Motors. I forgot. So I was there a couple of weeks ago and I didn't forget what it was. Let's give you the starting lineup. We're going racing from Southern National. On the inverted 12, Chris Camari's on the pole in the number 15 to the outside. Andrew Lemke in the number 5. Row 2 on the grid, we'll find Brock Denny in 64. Troy Daggett in the number 9. Row 3, we'll find Daryl Chidrick in 45. Angel Ortega in the number 10. That's your heat race winners earlier. Row 4, Cameron Iverson. Eric Cheney also heat race winners. So there's your invert. That's row number 4. Row 5, we'll find Dan Lowther. Dylan Huffines in the 63 and 7. And halfway through the field, Curtis Critchley, Chris Carroll. Your first 12 cars at 24 as Brockton gives the rest of the lineup.
29 is going to be Kyle Matthews. Outside of him in row 7, Ryan Bloom, ARCA Series champion. Row 8 is going to be Troy Olson in the 49, Tyler Kim in the 38. And row number 9, we got Robert Gamble in the 54 and David J. Cannon in the 19. Row 10 is going to be Ron Hunter and Dana Rogers in the 30 and 13 respectively. And row 11, the 2 of Josh Bill and the 59 of Colton Garber. And finally, bringing up the rear of the field, it's going to be the 05 of Austin Ackerman and the 55 of Hayden R. Plume as we come into the green, Wesley.
Colton Garber, Will Duvall also tagging the back. 26 cars being added. Green flag in the air, and we are underway at Southern National. Ladies and gentlemen, as they roar off turn 4, you have a virtual race. Round number 3.
So far, so good.
Sticking it 2 and 3 wide. We're into lap number 2. Kamari, the man out in front. 125 laps, trouble back, straightaway car turning. 38 machine, I believe that's Kim. And the 13 also involved. Rogers, caution is out on lap number 2. That didn't last very long. 38 and 13. It started with Tyler Kim going around. Dana Rogers, nowhere to go. And there's your Pulse Popper instant replay of what happened here, Brockton.
Yeah, it looks like the 55 and the 13 made contact. 13 trying to get his momentum back. Oh, just a little bit too hard on the brakes, it looks like. Car comes around and looks like there was a little bit of a wreck in front of that. Not sure who that was. Is that the 38?
Yeah, that was the 38 machine, the Kim, and then we saw Dana Rogers spin as well. So we'll take a look at this replay. Under caution, this is close quarters racing. You ever heard of the old cliche? Close quarters racing, you're bunched up with each other. Look at this. Oh, man, Kim just lost it on his own, and then I believe that made everyone else check up behind him, and I believe that was a chain reaction behind where the 13 of Dana Rogers went around, honestly, Brockton. And remember, no fast repairs. You wreck, what you get is what you get. You're done. And understanding, Tyler Kim in the 38 has retired from the race that quick. We're down to 25, Brockton.
Yeah, we're actually, there was 28 cars on the grid, so we're at 26 as of right now. Dana Rogers still in pit road. Might be able to get that car fixed up, patched up a little bit. Looks like he's coming out of pit road right now, actually, so he'll be a lap behind.
Yeah, I'm wondering if they changed their mind and decided to add some other people to the list. We were told 24 starters, and then we ended up with 28 cars, except for Bart Hector and Brian McLeod. Ryan McLeod and Bart Hector did not start the race, so that's a tough break. But for the other 28 drivers, they went into the show, and I like the format. I like this format. Pace car comes in, single file, ready for the field to come back to the guy. Well, actually, they're not at the cup track. Green flag, they're in the restart zone, and we're back at it again. Kamari, Danny, Lemke, Tendrick, Daggett right there. Top 2 side by side for the lead.
Yeah, Denny's got the good run on the bottom side. He's going to clear.
Caution.
And we got a caution in the back, it looks like. Not sure. Oh, it's right in front of the leaders.
Was it the 22?
The pace car
maybe?
scares me every time. Yeah, I think it was the 22 back in the pack here. Off the start. And oh. Maybe a car in front of him? Was that the 55 slow?
Yeah, I'm trying to see if it's the 22, but Hayden Plybon maybe in the 55. We're thinking it's Hayden Plybon. Oh,
yep,
look at this. Oh, no. Oh, the back end of the wall. And then the other guy said, oh, no, I'm sorry. I slowed down for you. I slowed down to you to avoid hitting you. And that was the 22 of Terry Ackerman. So there you go. So they'll call the caution on Plybon. Ackerman was a secondary yellow. And we are under the yellow flag. Brock Denny, man. You craving a Frosty? You're craving some chili? Especially during the winter time? Well, He's got you covered in that Wendy's car. I just like one of those. I just like one of those big, juicy, classic triples with cheese. The juicy classic triple, right? Have you lost me, Brockton? There you go.
Nah, for
Yeah,
me
now we're
it's
friends.
the Baconator and the Baconator fries. That's
Ugh.
my route with a large strawberry lemonade.
Can we please stop talking about bacon and grease and everything else? Bacon grease, oil, baconator. Somebody just said what? Not pork chops? All right. Oh, 13 of 125 laps. We have 112 laps to go. You know what's so cool is I was here a couple of weeks ago. I mean, not in the video game, but I was here at Southern National, the real track in Kinley, and man, I'm just taken by just being able to watch this here on the simulator, with the exception of the walls now having blue in some of the areas where the yellow is. Man, this track looks identical, just like the real thing with the iRacing simulator. Brock Denny ready to bring him back to the restart zone at a turn 4. We're back to it again. Green flag. And mind you, caution laps do count. We're back at it again.
Yeah, Denny, right now got about 2 car lengths as we got a battle about mid-pack. A couple cars side by side.
Broccoli out in front. Denny in the now 64 machine leading the way. Camary falling back to second. He started on the pole. Chris Camary. Lemke now to third. Tidrick fourth. Daggett your top 5. And here we go with some more battling going on with Lowther, Carroll,
Whoa!
Matthews, trouble right in front of him. Tidrick, Daggett, nowhere to go, and they're piling in on the back straightaway. Oh, no. They're still wrecking up in turn 3 with Curtis Critchley. Winner last week, mind you, at Lanier. Caution is out again, and a big one. Holy cow, Brockton. Yeah. You're getting scattered, smothered, and covered in a hurry, and it started with Tidrick going below the apron and lost it. Turned into Daggett, and it caused calamity from there.
Man, it's like a mini Talladega. There's just nowhere to go. It looks like, I think these guys might have a little too much rear brake. It looks like a little bit of wheel hop every time through 1 and 2. Somebody gets a little bit too much on the brake pedal, and it just causes calamity, and that was big. The 97 was the fastest in qualifying. He's got damage. A lot of drivers have damage, and we're not even at the 100 to go yet.
Just crashing all over the place. Nowhere to go. Broccoli, Denny leading the way. Wendy's car. Ritter's, really? Wendy's, I'm not going to go there. I'm not going to comment or speculate on what he put in the chat box. Here comes Dan Lowther back on the racetrack. Can we delete that comment, Charles? I mean, come on, dude. Just because you like Whataburger? Seriously, come on. I'm a big fan of Whataburger, though. Like, wow, yeah. Yeah, we don't. Bacon grease on the speedway. All right, the lights are off for the pace car, everybody. Getting the wave around is a 22 car. And anybody else? Any other takers? Nope, just Terry Ackerman. So the field will settle up for the restart. It'll be lap number 23 when they make their way back to the restart zone. Bunched up tighter than the lid on a pickle jar behind the pace car. 2 by 2 by 2 like Noah leading the animals to the arc to the restart zone. Green flag contact. Camary almost tags Denny, and they in the back. Oh no, they're spinning. Oh no. Oh no. Caution, not caution. No caution, not yet. Are you serious? The 49 of Troy Allison is like, are you kidding me? You throw a yellow for everybody else, but not me? And Denny is gone.
This is some tight quarters racing, Leslie. These guys, no hold bars. They're just going for it. And we're going to be coming to 100 to go next time by. They don't even care.
They never threw a caution for Allison. I'm sure he's not happy about that. As the race goes on, you mentioned close quarters racing. You mentioned how tight this track is, and you know, we saw some great heat races. The B-Main was wild, and this feature race is not any change. Trouble up in turn 4. Got a car turned into the pack. I think it's Joshua Beal. Bacon grease all over the speedway in turn 4, the Piggly Wiggly car. Oh, no.
Oh,
He's
that's
smoking.
terminal.
Yeah, he burnt the bacon. Oh, no.
Yeah,
oh,
man, I like a good smoked barbecue as much as the next guy, but definitely don't want a smoked race car.
Can you say the smoking pig? It's like literally. Watch this. Look what happened to Joshua Beal. He got turned. Duvall. Did Will Duvall help him?
No, I think he got in there a little too hot, and like we've been seeing, a little too much on the brake pedal got loose, and I think he might have overcorrected that a little bit.
Well, I'll tell you what, Casey Garber, if you enjoyed the Snowball Derby, bud, yeah, definitely got to tune in to Finish Line tomorrow. Guests include Derek Thorne, Chandler Smith, Donnie Wilson of Donnie Wilson Motorsports, the car owner. We've also got the Gateway Dirt National winners at the Dome, including the Kryptonite Kid, Tyler Carpenter, Tyler Peterson of the Modifieds, Jonathan Beeson of Midgets, all tomorrow. You don't want to miss Finish Line. Going to be a good one. Boy, oh boy. Brock Denny is the man out in front. Ackerman, does he get another free pass? He looks like he's about to pass the pace car again. And he does.
Yep, there he goes.
Ackerman's like, I'm just here so I don't get fined.
He's
and
back
with
on
that
the lead
one,
lap
he's back
now.
on the lead lap, by the way. Yeah, he was several laps down, 2 laps down. He's back on the lead lap. Look at Lowther trying to race the pace car out. Well, that was like Days of Thunder, wasn't it? Watch the pace car.
Yeah.
Get me out for that pace car. The race is over for us. Yeah, Dan Lowther made it. So, the Wendy's machine, Brock Denny, a.k.a. Broccoli, is leading the way. I don't know how you can drive a meat burger car, restaurant, fast food chain car, and have a nickname like Broccoli.
It comes with the name, Wesley. It comes with the name.
I know. Come on. Brock Denny, that's the reason why you got Broccoli. Andrew Lemke, man, he come back from redeeming himself from problems in the heat race. He's up now to second. Dylan Huffines, Ortega, Bloom, ready. Oh boy. Well, here's the thing. He's the lead car. He can get everybody asleep at the wheel, and it looks like that's exactly what he did on lap 33 on the restart there. Brockton Denny pulls away.
Yeah, he's doing a great job as we're watching Ortega and a couple other guys. Will Duvall up in there. But Denny getting such a good restart because he knows these guys are fast. Oh, contact. The 25.
Duvall just put Bloom in the fence.
There was a 3 wide situation.
Yeah.
And they're going to touch again, the 27 and Duvall.
That's Critchley. Yeah. Critchley winner last week at Lanier, battling with Duvall. Brian Bloom is also back up there. I'm not saying what happened was intentional, but there was just a little bit of aggressive driving going on there between those guys.
Yeah, I mean, think about what Duvall's been through already tonight. The wreck in the heat race, almost not transferring through the B main. He's definitely driving with a little bit of red haze today. But I like it. Aggressiveness is fun, especially on a short track. He's going to tuck back inside behind that 25 of Bloom. Everybody seems to be chilling out a little bit as the 27. Oh, look at the back of the pack here, Wesley.
That's right. Yeah, they worked their way back around. Shout out to Casey Garber. He'll be heading back home tomorrow from the Derby. What a great show it was. Man, this track, a lot like Southern National, like Five Flags Speedway, just shy at half a mile. Oh, we got a car tangling trouble. Rogers wrecks. Rogers in the fence. Daggett in the fence. And they're still crashing. Matthews around. Lowther around. The 54 around. Oh, my, Robert Gamble and others that we're under yellow flag. That's the second
that-
big wreck on the back straightaway there, Brockton.
Yeah, that took a couple guys out too. We saw him pulling away. 2 of them were smoking. Not sure what happened there. I think the 13 might have gotten scared from the car coming out of the pit road. But it looks like the 29 and I believe that was the 33. I'm not sure though. That black car on the bottom, both probably going to be out for the night. Saw engine smoke pouring out of the front end of those cars.
Wrecks, and more wrecks. That's what it's been like so far. Lap 42 of 125. We're still ticking the laps away. My. Broccoli Denny, the man out in front. Dylan Huffines now, Team PFC Brakes Chevrolet. Number 7 is up to second. Angel Ortega. Ortega is up to third. Look at Angel. And then you got Andrew Lemke, Curtis Critchley. And you know, Brockton, Curtis Critchley got caught up in a wreck earlier in the race. He has battled his way back into the top 5. Winner last week at Lanier, might I add.
Yeah, Curtis has done a great job. If we can get a look at his car, he's got some pretty major rear end damage on that right rear of the 27 car. But he's definitely not letting anybody see it. Or 27, yeah.
There he is. Look
some
at that.
pretty major damage there. But it's obviously not hurting him too much. He's fought his way back up from the back of the pack into 5th.
Refined Motorsports entry right there. And the number 27 machine. He won last week at the Lanier Raceplex. And right now sitting in a good spot in the top 5, right there behind Andrew Lemke. They'll battle up and double up 2 by 2 by 2 behind the pace car. And we'll get ready for the restart here as the field will make their way back to the restart zone. Closing in on 50 laps, 75 laps to go. 80 laps to go now in this event. Field comes back to the restart zone, green flag. And Denny, once again, getting everybody asleep at the wheel. Ortega Huffines for second off turn 2.
Man, Huffines gets such a good run through the top of 1 and 2. I think Denny keeps trying to catch him asleep, but he's always able to pull it back as he completes that pass from Angel Ortega to put himself back into second. Here comes the 27. Oh, and he's loose. What a
that's
save.
Ortega and Critchley. Carroll sideways, holding it together, and here they come, reeling each other in again. Camary there, Lemke on the inside. Also, Bloom and Duvall are right there with one another. What a save.
Yeah, that's hard to do with these cars. These things get sideways and they're pretty hard to save, but he did a masterful job of getting that back under him. He's going to cut down in front of the 5 of Lemke.
We were talking earlier about how banked this racetrack is. Let's ride on board with one drivers. Yes, you're on board with Chris Camary. He's in 7th. He's amongst the snakes patch, if you will. All these cars were bumping and banging earlier. Look at how aggressive he is on the bottom up to the top, trying to run down the 7 car, trying to get around the 5 correction of Andrew Lemke for 6th. Got Critchley in front of him. He's got a whole bunch of other cars in his back door. This is just how fast this merry-go-round is around Southern National and trying to keep the pressure of holding this car together, Brockton, as we approach on halfway in 10 more laps.
Yeah, these guys are cooking for sure. Running about a 15-second lap. I think the fastest that time by was the 10 of Angel Ortega, ran a 14.99. But look at this battle in the back. You thought the mid-pack was bad? Well, here we're 2-3 wide. Duvall on the outside, the 55 on the inside. Or excuse me, the 59, sorry.
Yeah, look at this, man. There's Duvall trying to battle in there. He's right there in the top 10, mind you. This is going on between Garber and Cheney and Tidrick and Duvall. So they work their way back off the racetrack. You see they lost ground to the top 7 or 8, if you will. Here comes now Garber clearing them.
Yeah,
Put now
Duval's got to
Garber
find
back
a way to get
10th.
to the inside.
Yes. Maybe this might be the green flag run we've all been wondering if we'd have here now, because they're settled back in. Looks like Duval got hung out on the outside lane, and he's having trouble just trying to stick back to the bottom there, Brockton, as we approach lap 60.
Yeah, it's going to be tough. He's got a hole now. Is he going to go for it? The 9's sending it in there. Duval's got to get to the inside. That high line is just not working for him right now. It's holding off the 9 at the moment, but he's just going backwards.
Inside. Little contact inside. There goes the 9. That's Daggett's machine. There comes also reeling in Tidrick.
Oh.
He spun him. Here he went around. Daggett into the Duval's
and more
car.
contact.
He gets tagged by Ackerman, and caution is out on lap number 59. Oh, close quarters racing became contact. Not practicing social distancing, and around went the 85 in the process. Yellow flag is out again.
Yeah, maybe a little bit too aggressive on the gas with the 9. Will was pinching him down there a little bit too. Just drove it in way too deep. And 05, unfortunate for him, nowhere to go. Got some pretty substantial damage on that front end too.
Caution out. Will Duval have to go to the back, as there you see the end result. And we are coming up on halfway. Quick break. We'll be back with more coverage in a moment from Southern National.
An automobile purchase shouldn't be hard. The hardest part for the consumer in the whole process should be selecting the vehicle. We have the online credit application. We can bring the car to you to see it, to test drive it, to deliver it. We have all the tools in place, and we've had them in place for a long time. I just think now we've perfected it. It's become part of our culture. We've, kind of taken it to the next level. It is easy, and it should be easy, and it should be fun, and it shouldn't take a whole lot of time.
Hey, it's Wesley Outlet on the set of the Bull Ring on Speed 51 TV, but I also want to remind everybody that you can keep up with coverage of esports with the Northwest Cup and Truck Series, the American iRacing League, S&B Cup Series, and so much more on your home for sim racing, LSRTV. Of course, remember, you can watch it, and then you can listen to it on CRN, the community radio network, at wearecrn.com. Check us out when you can.
Aunt Kathy says, and I quote, "Is it a full moon?" No, I just have a target on my car. It's what Will Duval just said. Welcome back to coverage as the pace car is in. Not yet. Lights are off on the pace car. I'm sorry. I thought we were coming back to green. Next time around we go to green, the lights will come off on the pace car. And Brock Denny, Dylan Huffines on the front row. Brockton, you're taking the races. We're just after halfway, buddy.
Yeah, man, I think some of these guys were trying to get settled back in and kind of get a roll going, but some of these guys in the back a little bit hard racing, and here we go coming to the green flag. Pretty even across the start finish line, as I don't think Brock Denny got near the start that he wanted. In fact, Huffins side by side coming into 3 and 4.
Huffines with a shot for the lead. Carroll also the Langley winner now in this battle. You've got the Lanier winner as well. We're looking to go 3 for 3 with different winners, but also the winners of the first 2 races up in that mix with Chris Carroll. Curtis Critchley, Denny to the inside. Huffines on the block. Here comes Carroll. Where does he go? Inside or outside? Back to 1.
Yeah, Carroll was our fastest qualifier. He started 12th because of that top 12 invert. He's been battling all night to get here. And sideways to 7. What a save again. These guys up front.
Can you say
letting
dirt
it all
tracking
hang
for
out.
Huffines? Holy
Heck
cow.
yeah, man.
They go single file back off into 1 and 2. We approach now lap number 70 on the board. Just after halfway. Still a long way to go in this race, mind you.
A long way to go. These guys haven't pit yet. These guys up front. It's going to be interesting to see. I think the first car on fresh tires is 13.
Yeah, they're not going to pit,
He's got-
Brockton. I know you're new to the Northwest Pro Late Model Series, buddy, but they don't pit. They don't make fast repairs. They don't make adjustments. They don't do that stuff.
Gotcha. It's run what you brung.
Right, you better survive it. You better survive.
I tell you who's been surviving. Brock Denny surviving right now. 0.4 of a second out front. He's led just about every lap, too. He's kind of cruising at the moment.
Aunt Kathy says, let's go broccoli, dilly dilly, and Big Bird. Take your pick. There you go. You can be a vegetarian, you can be an alcoholic, or you could like Sesame Street.
3 very different choices there.
Tindrick and Garski lap car on the outside. As here comes the 44 Garski up in the way. Tindrick's
he's
car,
wrecking.
he lost it in front of him. What in the world? Caution. Hey, buddy, you're going the wrong way. Caution is out.
And the 45 was smoking too. It's unfortunate for him, just trying to get to the end. Maybe on the power too quick, or maybe a little bit too much on the brakes as he's coming into 3 and 4. Back end just comes around and bam, right into the front end of the 45.
Wow, wow, wow. Garski just simply lost it in front of Tindrick's car. Tindrick had nowhere to go. Man. Daryl Tindrick, what a tough break for him. He'll come down to the pit lane. One of the heat race winners earlier tonight, by the way. And how much damage is on the 44 car of Nate Garski? You got 2 Garskis on the field tonight. Yeah, of course, Nate Garski.
He looks fairly clean.
Nate Garski as well as those 2 cars. So Brock Denny is still the man out in front. I'm getting bone-chilling stories about the Wendy's finger thing. I never knew that happened. Yeah. All the while, it makes me never want to go there again. Will Duvall says, I put Harley Quinn over it, but it must be still slow. All right.
I think he's talking about that bullseye on his car.
And Kathy says, maybe try Bigfoot because nobody would see you then. Wow. Dagger and fire shots made. Here we go. We're back for the restart. And Kathy, she loves some cheesecake, by the way. The hell with fruitcake on the holidays. Give her cheesecake. Green flag back out. Here we go. Brock Denny, Dylan Huffine side by side. Carroll right there to third. Critchley and Cheney top 5. Back straightaway 3 to turn 3. Here we go.
Yeah, Carroll's going to be on the back bumper of Brock Denny. I wouldn't be surprised if Carroll got a run. He might take that 3 wide. As Brock Denny taking it to the inside of the 7.
There. Hold it together, guys. Hold it together. There you go. Critchley with Carroll, by the way. Carroll was the fast qualifier. He was the man that dominated everything. Started this race in 12th on the invert. And now he's right there with Huffines. Critchley also. Langley winner, Carroll. Lanier winner, Critchley. Right there with each other. Down the back straightaway as they go to turn 3 with Broccoli Denny still leading the way as we approach lap 90. Caution. Yellow flag. Oh, is that Will Duvall again? Bigfoot got put in the wall.
Oh, no.
What happened? to Will Duvall, man, from Huntington, West Virginia. Oh, yeah, he's from yeah, he's from Oregon now. Correction, he moved. Look, look at this. Look at him getting into people. He got into Limke. Oh no! Well, that didn't go very well.
Oh man.
By the way,
He
we
got
have two
stuck
Limkeys
in the barrels
field.
too.
Oh, no, we have a Garski and then a Limke. My bad. We don't have. We're on board with Will Duvall. Watch this. Watch this, man. Hold this. Hold it. Watch what I can do. Hold my steering wheel in my pink glove. Watch this. Oh, just. Oh, no. That's where you
And
get it.
crunch.
Never mind. Will Duvall. If it wasn't just running into a car, he decided to take out the front of the retaining wall as well. Yeah. And by the way,
That's
those are
unfortunate.
real. They are there. They are real. Okay, you hit them in real life. You can hit them. Well, no, you can hit those. You can hit those barrels. They put sand tarps in them, like sand. Hey Wesley, I call that some
My
finger food.
goodness.
Wow.
Oh,
You know
man.
what, Ritters? Between you, eggs, and Aunt Kathy, and yeah, I will probably never pull to the red-headed orphan fast food shop ever again. Y'all scared me. I used to love Wendy's and Frosties too. Never mind, Mickey D's. I'm your friend now. I'm going to the Arches. Since there's not
gosh.
well, we need Whataburger, but there's not a Whataburger around here. I mean, Charles, me and you need to invest in a franchise. You know, I bought CRN from a business in Texas, and let's take Whataburger and move it to North Carolina. Franchise. All right, people, we're approaching lap 92, lap 93. Okay, so Will Duvall's coming back, and he says, I was trying to go to the pits after getting into him. I just missed. I didn't mean to get into him. Oh, okay. I'm sorry,
That's
Bigfoot.
unfortunate.
That is unfortunate. It's a bold strategy, but it didn't pay off. Here we go. Green flag back in the air for Brock Denny, Dylan Huffines, Chris Carroll, Curtis Critchley, and Eric Cheney Big Bird up in that battle as well as we approach lap 100 here at Southern National, and it's all Denny off turn 3.
Yeah, but don't count out Huffins in the 7. He's still on that high line. He's been up there for ages now. Finally, Denny gets him cleared. Now it's back to Carroll. The 97 and the 7 side by side coming out of 4. Crossing the start-finish line. It's going to be at
Looking for
lap
second.
97. 97's got
Ironically,
second.
car 97. Yeah, 97 to second on lap 97. Denny, Carroll, Huffines is going to huff and puff. Try to work his way back around Carroll for that second spot. Critchley also, Cheney, top 5, everyone single file. As we approach a century grind, and we have a quarter of the distance left with 25 remaining. When they come back around this time by, it's lap 100, and Brock Denny has led the field since the drop of the green. 100 laps down this time by, 25 laps to go. Cheney is looking to try to come through the top 5, but there they are, all single file as they go back out of turn 4. And look at this. Now we got Critchley and Huffines battling Brockton as they go to turn 1. That's the best battle in the top 5.
Yeah, right now they're nose to tail. Digging hard is Critchley. He wants that top 3 position. He knows he deserves it, but the 7 not going to give it to him easily. They've both been through a lot this race. Both battle scars on each end of each race car. Battle for the lead still stretching out. These guys still nose to tail, though. 27 slides up a little bit. That's going to hurt his exit speed. He's going to be under fire from the 76 of Cheney now. As we're looking at the front here, a little bit sideways, Denny, as they're coming into 3 and 4, Wesley.
Can we ride on board with the leader? Look at him dirt tracking it off. 4, the man in second, actually. Chris Carroll, let's watch again and see how banked this racetrack is as he's trying to run down the leader. There he is, Chris Carroll. There is the man in front of him, Brock Denny. And you're on board on the gyro cam, seeing how banked this racetrack is. Look at how banked they are, hugging the bottom, going to the top. That's the best line around Southern National. Look at them, they pull back in. Look at the banking, off the banking, off 4. And we got a caution. Yellow flag is waving. On board, we'll find out what happened here as we were on board with Chris Carroll's car. I believe it's Troy Daggett in the 9. What happened to Troy Daggett? Yellow is out again, Brockton. Here we go.
Yeah, we almost got there, but
Ackerman!
A little bit of net
and
code.
Daggett got
big
together.
hit.
He went airborne.
That's
I believe
never
I can
good.
fly.
Yeah, late models aren't supposed to fly.
Yeah.
They ain't got the right aero package for that.
No. Now the Ritters family, Toby, you could not make fun of KFC. How dare you? Okay, it's finger licking good. You can't do that. Oh my goodness. All right.
Yeah.
We are closing in on shootout time. 18 to go. All right. Has anybody got anything for Brock Denny? Is what I was trying to get out. Brockton. Man, what a job he's got. Brock Denny. What do you got?
Yeah, it always nice to see the namesakes doing well. But I
Does
really
your family
don't
call
know.
you broccoli?
Not my family, but my friends do quite often. No.
Yeah. I'm not gonna open
but,
that
you know,
door,
I
Charles.
really-
I'm not.
Oh my goodness. I really think either the 97 or the 7 might have something for him. They're going to have to get right up to his bumper. The 97's going to have to get down essentially at the drop of the green to just kind of ride around. They were starting to catch him a little bit that last run before the caution came out, but it's going to be crunch time, Wesley, as we're coming to the green flag this time.
15 laps to go. 15 laps to go. And I know you got a girlfriend you've been dating for about 8 months. Brockton, you want to give her a shout out?
Well, I don't know if she's up right now. It's pretty late back home.
That's your
but she's
bedtime. Go to
walking.
bed.
Yeah,
Who
she
is it?
needs to go to bed. But Miriam, love you, and I'll talk to you later.
Oh, they done started saying they love one another. 9 months into a relationship, they love one another. Here we go. Denny is the leader. Look at Carroll on the outside, battling back. Huffines, Critchley, and Cheney, top 5 for the lead. Carroll, Huffines, he goes with Denny this time. Race far from over by, oh my goodness, 13 laps to go, 12 to go. Denny out in front. Late race caution. Could we see it? This race has been calamity filled, but it's been a good one. Denny and Carroll side by side. Look at Huffines. 3 cars for the lead. Brockton out of 2.
Yeah, I'm telling you, this is crunch time. These 3 drivers have been the class of the field all night, and they're inches apart. Anything could go wrong, and anything could happen here.
17 of 28 cars on the racetrack remaining as we're coming to 10 to go this time by.
Looks like everybody's kind of single-filed it back out.
Yes, sir, Brockton. Man, 10 laps to go, 9 remaining. You got Denny. He's pulling away now. He might have been saving something for the end, as now he is pulled away from Huffines. Huffines got back around Carroll for second. Carroll has fell back to third. Cheney fourth, Critchley the top 5. 9, make it 8 laps to go now. It's Southern National in turn 1.
Coming into 3 and 4, the Wendy's machine of Brock Denny hugging that apron, not letting anybody down under him. Still got the 7 of Huffines behind him. Just ever so slightly reeling it in, but I don't know if it's going to be enough, Wesley. He's 2/10 back.
Brock Denny leading the way across the start-finish line. 6 laps to go. Denny, Huffines, Carroll, also Cheney, top 4 right there with one another. One wrong slip by somebody, and someone's going to capitalize. We're 5 laps to go at turn 1 at Southern National.
Here comes the 76 of Cheney. He's looking to the inside of the 97, not quite going to get there. Oh, nice, having cut his nose off a little bit. This top 4 nose to tail. 4 laps to go, Wesley. Who's it going to be?
They're so quick pace going down the back straightaway. This racetrack is just shy of half a mile at 4/10. They'll come to the line. 3 laps remaining. Nobody breaks out of line. It's Denny leading back to 1.
I think Huffines is going to need to get a little closer. He's sent it into 3 and 4, coming to 2 to go this time. 64, 7,
2.
97, and 76. All nose to tail, Wesley, as they come in to your neck of the woods.
White flag in the air this time by the CRN. 1 to go and 1 more lap. Almost an 18-lap shootout to the finish. Green to the checker and a 3-time different winner. Langley went to Chris Carroll. Lanier last week to Curtis Critchley, and Broccoli Denny winning the Wendy's colors as he rims up the wall, taking it at Southern National here for round 3 of the Northwest Pro Late Model Series. And now he's crab walking down the back straightaway. Cattywampus as they get the win. What a win for Brock Denny in the 964 car.
Yeah, well-deserved win. Class of the field all night. A heck of a race.
Tear it up now, right?
Yeah, let's see if he can burn it down. Suspension's broke. Everything's broke on that thing. There he goes. He's got it.
Yeah. How do you like me now? Hold my beer. I'll show you I can do it. Oh, there's a wall there. Oh, that just fixed it. Okay,
yeah, he just knocked the toe back in it.
That just knocked the toe back in. Yep. Oh, are we going to have a Northwest high five salute? Look at this.
We are. Couple high. Oh, he's
no.
gone.
Huffine says, where did you go? Come here. All right, they're celebrating. Who's this coming at us at full speed? What are you doing? What are you thinking? Slow down. Race is over. All right, let's take a look at the unofficial results here tonight from Southern National. Brock Denny is your winner. Dylan Huffines will finish in second. Chris Carroll third. Eric Cheney. Curtis Critchley, your top 5. Andrew Lemke. Troy Allen. Chris Camary, who started on the pole, falls back to 8th. Colton Garber 9th. Brian Bloom is in the top 10.
In 11th is David Cannon in the 19th. Alex Duda in the 26th comes home 12th. 13th is the 05 of Austin Ackerman. 14th is the 13 of Dana Rogers. 15th, the 22 of Terry Ackerman. The 16th place belongs to the 10 of Angel Ortega. 17th goes to the 63 of Dan Lowder. 18th goes to the 44 of Nate Gartsky, 19th to the 9 of Troy Daggett. 20th, the 85 of William Duvall.
All right, the rest of the rundown, including Daryl Tidrick, Cameron Iverson, Ron Hunter, Robert Campbell, Kyle Matthews, Joshua Bill, Hayden Plybon, and Tyler Kim wrecking on lap number 1. 2 cars unable to make the start for the race included Bart Hector Jr. in 82 and Ryan McLeod in the 088. When we come back, the finish line post-race wrap-up is next on your home for sim racing. Stay right with us. The Northwest Pro Late Model Series Man, it did not disappoint. What a great show it was. And again, we want to thank Ace Mobile Mechanic and Green Pro Spray and Lots for helping making this race at Kinley happen tonight at Southern National on your home for sim racing. We'll talk to the top three on the podium in a moment. Hey, welcome back to Southern National, round number 3 of the Northwest Pro Late Model Series. And guess what? It's time for the finish line post-race wrap-up show. By the way, don't forget tomorrow from the Gateway Dirt Nationals winners, Tyler Carpenter, Jonathan Beeson, Tyler Peterson, Rusty Daniels, and from the Snowball Derby, Derek Thorne, Donnie Wilson from Donnie Wilson Motorsports, and the 54th Snowball Derby champion, Chandler Smith, joins yours truly on finish line right here on LSRTV Productions tomorrow morning, 11 a.m. Eastern, 10 Central. You don't want to miss it. Then we're back here at Southern National. Man, we're going to holler at Brock Denny, the winner, in just a moment. But first, Chris Carroll, he won the championship for the Northwest iRacing Tour last year. He won the opening race at Langley. And you know, Chris, this track is similar to Langley with the exception of the high banks. The banking, did that make the race be so caution-filled, and are you happy with being on the podium for third?
Yeah, I'm happy with third. I mean, I think the caution-filled field is just guys racing with no respect, man. I mean, you could see it out there, just running into each other, and, you know, it was pretty ugly through the middle of the field. But, yeah, I'm happy with third. We had the toe knocked out pretty hard in one of those wrecks coming up through there. I was steering to the right a bunch, but that's all I had, man. Those guys are fast up front. I gave them all I had.
Chris, you talk about being in the middle of the field. You were the fastest qualifier, but because of that 12-car invert, talk us through the inside line dominance versus the high line and how you managed to get all the way back up to second and eventually third.
Well, I think you could run the high line for a couple laps. I gave Brock a run up there. I gave him everything I had up top there, but I don't think he could hang there very long. I think it was pretty hard on the tires, and the bottom line seemed to be after 4 or 5 laps to the place to be. And I just, you know, picked guys off when they were making mistakes and tried to get up there as deep as I could. I knew my car was beat to hell, so just trying to get up there and see what it could do.
So, Chris, after being the champion of Super Late Models last year, how are you adapting to this new Pro Late Model Series program?
Well, I mean, there's a lot of the same guys here. You know how everybody races, and you know who you're racing for the most part. There's some new faces, but, you know, there's less horsepower, and you got to get the car to rotate a different way. I mean, the Supers are a totally different animal with horsepower, and these guys are a little bit more momentum based, and you have to try and ride that bottom as much as you can.
All right, buddy, before I let you go, thank your sponsors.
I got to thank Refined Motorsports. They're the guys that put these setups underneath me that are going fast. And got to thank Pit Lizard Performance and all my friends and family out there that are watching this stuff.
All right,
Even you,
Chris
Wesley.
Carroll, he will finish it. No, it's Pit Lizard Performance that made me lose, and I'm sorry. It was
Hey.
Chris Carroll will finish in the number 3 position. Second spot, Dylan Huffines. Dilly. Second place in the 7 car. Hey, buddy, you're taking the race, and can you outdo Pit Lizard Performance?
I don't know about if I can outdo that or not, but it was a really fun race. Started from the back, got caught up in a wreck early, but thankfully it didn't kill my car completely, and I was still able to run up front and be pretty fast and give Brock a run for his money a little bit.
Dylan, we saw you on the high side a lot. You were ripping the high side, but we also saw you get loose a couple times. Talk about keeping that momentum up and trying to get the power down, but not sliding the rears.
Yeah, I mean, the top side really was there for the first couple laps while the tires were cold, but once they started getting hot, the car started slipping and sliding out there, and it became harder to control. Everyone kind of fell into the bottom, and to be faster, you really had to have a loose car, and I felt like my setup and Brock's setup were pretty close to the same, and the cars were set up really loose, and we kind of just had to drive them that way to be fast, and it just tell you how to be fast tonight.
Dylan, my final question, and you can also thank your sponsors in this segue as well. It looked like you had to be aggressive on the restarts, and it looked like that's where Brock Denny was getting you, was on the restarts. And then you had a time where Carroll got around you, you got around him. Was you saving your equipment? And obviously, your take of the restarts of how things went, and was that the deciding factor of not being able to get the win?
I don't feel it was necessarily the restarts that were getting the deciding factor or anything. I mean, early on in the race, when I got up to second, me and Brock kind of both decided to just ride and not do anything dumb because it was a long race, you know, had a lot of laps left, and kind of save our stuff a little bit. But then once the faster guys started getting up behind us, we kind of both decided we both needed to go. So I either battled them on the high side for a couple laps just to try to keep my position, or I dropped back in line and ran where I was. But I'd like to thank Haley Manufacturing, Vincent Enterprises, Bart, Hector for giving us a setup. It's pretty good. And that's about it.
All right, man. Dylan Huffines in the number 7 machine for Team PFC Brakes. He will finish in the number 2 spot here tonight. Southern National, and the winner is 3 for 3 now. Of course, Chris Carroll won at Langley. Lanier last week went to Curtis Critchley, and now Brock Denny in the 64 machine. Flag to flag on the invert of 12 from the pole. You never look back. Brock, congratulations to you. Big win.
Yeah, thank you. I wasn't feeling too confident about it during practice and qualifying, and ended up just getting a lucky invert there. Started third, and I got it pretty early, so yeah, worked out my favor.
Yeah, Brock, you were up front the majority of the race. Talk about the restarts and the starts. How did you manage to, first of all, get from third to first and then keep that lead as some of the faster guys made their way up?
I mean, at the start of the race, there was some kind of glitch going on where it was putting a single file, and for the lead, I think the initial restart I got by second, and then for the lead, I just did a little crossover off of 2, and yeah, never looked back.
Hey, Brock, what does it mean to win on this Northwest Pro Late Model Tour, especially just 3 races in?
I mean, it's definitely nice. I never got one last year. I know this isn't as, like, premier, I guess you could say, but nice to mark it off my first broadcasted win, I guess.
Well, buddy, congratulations to you. A wild race, and you survived this race here this afternoon, this evening at Southern National on the iRacing simulation. Before we let you go, buddy, thank your sponsors.
I mean, I had just myself last week. Now I got some Wendy's on there, so I think I'm going to go get a Baconator and a Frosty now.
Yeah, bacon grease and Philly with never mind. Congratulations to you. Congratulations, Brock. Win for you, brother. All right. All right. And with that, that is the finish line post-race wrap-up. And remember, Tyler Carpenter, Jonathan Beeson, Tyler Peterson, Rusty Daniels, Derek Thorne, Chandler Smith, Donnie Wilson, all tomorrow on Finish Line, 11 a.m. Eastern, right here on LSRTV Productions. The penultimate show of 2021 before we all take a nice break and come back in January for 2022. All right. Brockton, it's been fun working with you, buddy. York of everything. Good race here tonight. Caution field at Southern National, just like what matches the yellow retaining walls. We had it on the racetrack tonight, but in the end, it was a good race, a good show, and again, another winner. Now 3 different winners in 3 events now with Brock Denny. Your thoughts?
Yeah, it was such a great race. We had great heats, a great B main, and that 125 lap feature had close racing, big wrecks, just about anything a race fan could ask for. The winner came down to about a couple tenths of a second. Close racing, hard racing, beating the banging. It was by far an amazing race.
It certainly was. We go on to round number 4, and that'll be coming up next Tuesday night right here on your home for sim racing, LSRTV. By the way, if you'd like to know more about the Northwest Racing Series, whether it is Cup, Truck, ARCA, as well as this Pro Late Model Series, go online to Northwest Racing Series on Facebook. And of course, before we do let you go, we do want to thank Ace Mobile Mechanic and Green Pro Spray and Lawn Maintenance for helping to make tonight's race at Southern National possible. For all more details on your home for sim racing, go to livesimracing.com and LSRTV on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. For everybody at Rocket Media, Jeff Stabnow and Charles Wooten on production. For Brockton Packard, I'm Wesley Outland. Greg Rentz, we missed you, buddy. We'll see you next week. Congratulations, Brock Denny, winner of round 3 tonight from Southern National.